Hello everybody, this is the Fast Hero, and welcome to my playthrough of FTL, Faster Than Light, and we are nearly there. We are just at the end. Like, let me go to the next sector. Oh, it's the last stand, right there. So, we finally made it to Sector 8, the last sector. You arrive at an outpost close to the Federation base. You access codes to get past initial security, and an officer sets up a direct feed to the Federation base's war room. Admiral Tully speaks first, saying, "What is the meaning of this? Who are you?" And you explain your mission. Your explanation is met with murmurs of cynicism and disbelief among the officers. General Terzil, the Engi Brigade, speaks up. Intel suggests potential counter to rebel technology. Risk all or save none. Explain the weakness of the enemy fleet, the rebel flagship. Tully responds, "It's settled. The rebels will be here in a matter of moments. We'll do what we can to hold off your warships, but you must succeed in destroying this flagship. Your current outpost can provide some repairs and fuel, and the other repair stations can provide aid as well. Good luck." Alright, so we have basically no scrap. We can't really rely on that, but this is what the final area looks like. We have, this is the rebel ship, and this is its next path. So it will go here, and then go to one of these areas. We're just gonna kind of go through there as fast as we can and try to attack them. See, this is what you'll kind of encounter in the last stand, though, is we have all of these guys just damn. So they've got 2 shield levels. They've got a beam weapon. They've got a laser weapon. The enemy ship appears to be powering up their FTL, but it's delayed because I attacked their engine. Now, yeah, so we've got the mind control there. They've got this little ion dude on our area. We could accept their surrender and make it easy on us, but our 2 drones are kind of just taking them out. That was a good idea to get the second drone. Like, really, I'm excited. I'm impressed. I think we'll do well. With 90 scrap from the one fight, I really don't know if we're going to be able to get the 4 shield barriers, but I kind of want to wait it out and see. Who knows? And I wasn't even in... Varnus wasn't even in his room. He should have been in the engineering bay, but he was not even trying to be in the right place. Varnus, get to your place. Get to the engineering bay. That's where you do the best good. Although he is our repairman too, so we have to give him credit where credit is due, and attack the next rebel, I guess. So the sheer scale of destruction in the distance is almost breathtaking. Unfortunately, your position as an independent observer doesn't last for long. The rebel scum approaches. So, 2 combat droids. Now they've got this shield overcharger, so that's going to really quickly build up their shield. Something we can't really take for granted. So we're going to mind control, we're going to blow that up, and then just straight up attack. Alright, so here we go. We've got the 2 drones going after him. Hopefully the ending boss doesn't have an anti-drone drone. That's really what I'm kind of worried about, is something like that, because I just don't know if that's what's going to happen. We see that there's a intruder on our ship, And we can't really, like, do anything but hope that they don't do enough damage to us. Alright, we broke apart their ship. They're really only able to do 2 damage, and our guys are saved. Thanks to the Autobots. No. We're able to destroy them. We didn't take a lot of damage. We've got, you know, 3 levels of shield, so that's always good. We, this guy over here will die if he walks through this room. So I need to kind of repair before he goes in there. We will see, though. And this might take a little bit. So, what kind of got me into FTL Faster Than Light was one of my friends at the time had this game. He was playing it a little bit and kind of like, he was just like, guys, he was one of my Dungeons and Dragons group. And he was like, dudes, you gotta check out this game. And he was hugely into strategy games. And I am no good at strategy games, generally. I'm not really, like, I don't know, I can't plan out very well, generally, so when it comes to strategy and strategizing, definitely real-time strategy, I lack a lot. There's a lot left to be desired, you could say. And, no, I just, like, I don't know, I've never been good at StarCraft, or Warcraft, like the traditional Warcraft playing, or games like that, you know, like, I loved to play Might and Magic, when I was younger. I'd play Might and Magic 3 all the time, against one of my friends. We do the whole, the hot seat co-op, like, you do in Worms. And I would just get my ass handed to me every time. It was kind of shitty, you know. But it's just kind of like, you know, I couldn't really help it. I was just not good. Like, all of my friends growing up have been really good with these strategy games, and I'm just like, I always get my ass handed to me. Unfortunately. Because I love StarCraft, I love Warcraft. I think they're very fun games. And so, for me to be bad at them, kind of like, you know, hurt me a bit. I would wish that I had the foresight to be able to build and you know, do the right thing at the right time. I just, like, usually end up going along a technological tree or something like that just, it doesn't help me at all. It's I don't know, it's just really stupid, silly stuff. So it's just like, I just have a lack of foresight, maybe a lack of patience as well, has something to do with it. But let's increase. Okay, so we are one step away. So I'm gonna kind of conclude that story really quick. I was never good at strategy games, but I've always been good at Worms. Worms was a really good one for me. Like Pocket Tanks, I was always good at, just like judging the physics of your weapons and kind of judging like how things will interact with the environment. I'm pretty good with, but the like step-by-step, like Empire Earth or Civilization or stuff like that, I've never been good at. I don't know why, it just like is always kind of going over my head, and that it sucks, but you know, you deal with it. And so my friend showed me one of these times. He showed me FTL, and I was like, oh man, this seems like one of those strategy games, and just like I wasn't really into it at first. I was kind of like, are you sure? Like this is really gonna be like a good game, or do you think this is really a good game? And he's like, oh dude, just try it out. Trust me. And I was like, really not, like, I wasn't entirely trusting him, but I did it anyways. I played the game once, and I was instantly hooked. Like, this game just, I'm not a huge strategy guy, but this, for some reason, just, like, hit me in a good spot. Like, it's Star Trek, because you're like, full power to shields. And, it's just like you're moving your guys around. You can pause it. It's you versus the enemy. It's also role-playing it a little bit. Like, it reminds me of choose-your-own-adventure games, which is one thing that I was like, oh man, I was in love with in elementary school. I would go into my elementary library and find all of the choose-your-own-adventure books, and I would read them over and over and over again. I would try to do every single outcome. I would try to I'd read through it and I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember this part. Let me see what would happen if I took the risk and I went against them this time. And with choose your own adventure books, there's not really a randomization. When you make that choice, there's always that consequence. So it's definitely a different thing, but it was always exciting to me. And I, even from a young age, I loved to role play, and I loved role playing games. And like, my friend and I would play GURPS. My other friend and I would play GURPS, and he would be the dungeon master, and I would be kind of the adventurer. And that was really one of my favorite things that I did when I was younger. And so now, this game with the role playing, it's very strategic, but it's also I don't know, there's so many layers to the strategy that it doesn't penalize you for doing the wrong strategy, right? It would penalize you from doing a strategy poorly, but not for doing the wrong strategy. And so that's one thing that I really love about this game, is that it is so malleable in the way that you can approach and go around the different obstacles, that it really it rewards you for very quick thinking and interesting ideas and the ways that you can kind of go past your obstacles. It's just such a good game, such a good game. And if you've enjoyed it, it's always really cheap on Steam. It's $9.99 generally, and then I feel like it goes down to about $2.99 or maybe even $1.99 during sales. So always keep your eye out. Put it on your wish list. Keep checking back, because this is a fantastic game and entirely worth $9.99. But if you want to wait for that sale, it goes there pretty often. Now, on to what's happening in the game right now. Now, we're about to attack the final ship. We're there. I only have two. I could try to go to the repair area over here. The repairia is what I call it. But I think I'm just going to wait, and he's going to come to me. And this is going to be the very last fight. So, brace yourselves, everyone, because he's coming at us right now. Okay, no, that was just last time. I guess he was just kind of biding his time. Now he's coming at us. So, let's wait. Let's see what happens. And here it is. This is it. The Rebel flagship. If you are able to destroy this monstrosity, the Federation fleet will have a chance of surviving. There's no turning back. Now, honestly, this is one of the hardest bosses of any game ever. It is incredible how hard this guy is. And it's just you have to formulate your strategy in such a way that you are ready you're ready for the battle. You have to do everything perfectly right. Now, he's got cloaking. You got to watch out for that. You got to take care of that cloaking. He's got 4 shields. He's got 4 weapons, each with their own weapons bay. If you send dudes into attack, they are not able to go in or out of the weapons bay. So making sure that they're like able to do what they can in that area is vital. Now see, he's cloaking. We got our 2 drones out. They can't really do anything while he's cloaking, but now he's able to charge up all of his weapons. And even though we have everything that's going down, we're really not going to be able to do enough against it. Now, here's our chance to really do what we can. We're going to try to take out the weapons as much as we can, but we're also going to focus on the shields. Now, of course, the shield, I mean, we want to get the shield down as fast as possible. Because it's just such a pain that it's not worth keeping up. Now, they've got hacking and they've got the cloak. So making sure that you are focusing on that is necessary. Now we've got their little guy here down a little bit, and we got their shield down by 1, but it's not gonna be enough, really. See, they've already come and attacked us. We can't even stop for a second. Because they will absolutely destroy us. And they've locked off the shield area here, which is both good for them to take down our shields, but also it will lock off the doors so we can't go through there. And if you see, the shield room separates a lot of the ship from the rest of it. And so if we were able to hack their shields and take that down, that'd have been super nice, but we really can't. Fuck. And so we're kind of screwed right now. We need to see, they've just done so much damage to us that we can't really do anything. Now, luckily you can still jump. I don't know why we can't heal at the rebel base, but if we make it over to the repair station here, we can do some good. Alright, so we've got a hole in our hull, the oxygen. If you take out some parts of the enemy ship, you can actually, like, it remains. It's not something that, like, you have to take out every time you run into them. So that's one thing that's really nice about this ending boss, is you can kind of go in, attack them, come back out, you're good. But you really have to focus and kind of destroy them when you can. You know, like, be prepared, be ready to take them on, because they will not hesitate to just destroy you. Alright, we got our oxygen repaired, so it's kind of going back up, but if we get our oxygen back up to the 2nd level, we're going to be able to actually do some good here. Gosh darn, that was just... It's so intense fighting the ending bad guy, because he's got so much going on, and then you, like, I forgot that I had the mind control. My dude wasn't able to be out there repairing, because they were all kind of stuck in these rooms, because the shield was stuck. They hacked and they cloaked, like, it's just... It was a lot to handle. And, like, I wish I had my cloak. I wish I had a cloak. I wish I had, you know, hacking. But it wasn't the case. I don't think I have enough room on my ship for both a hack and a cloak, I think I would have been able to get one of them, but not the other. Cool. Okay, well, we're here. I think, yeah, it turns until the base is destroyed. So we don't really have a lot of time. In fact, we need to go back to the base and attack the monstrosity right now. Like, we don't have enough time. It simply is the case. Let's see, the beam. Huh, this is gonna be difficult. It's just... Okay, so right away, he attacked my healing area, my med bay. And they already hacked my... Shit, they hacked everything. I didn't even know that that's the case. But that's something that's interesting. Okay, there we go. So, unfortunately, we died. We weren't strong enough. We got farther than any of the other things. But you guys can see, like, if you've heard anybody talk about FTL... I'm sure you've heard them talk about how difficult it is. And this exemplifies that. There is one ship that does remarkably well against pretty much everybody. Like, it does remarkably well all the way up to the end of the game. And it already starts out really, really strong. So maybe I'll try to unlock that ship really quick off screen, come back, redo, and then do another playthrough, another run with that ship, just to try to show you guys what it's like to beat the game. But you guys saw it all the way up to the end. Maybe we'll do another run or so. We'll see. We'll see probably next time you come back. But up until now, thank you so much for stopping by, for watching, hopefully enjoying the playthrough of FTL Faster Than Light. I've been your host, The Fast Hero, and I hope you guys take care of yourselves. Bye!